We spend a lot of time marveling at how the ancients engineered their monuments. We look at a time lapse of 2-ton limestone blocks locking into place to form a pyramid, wondering about the sheer physical force required. But while we obsess over the physical structures of the past, we completely ignore the most complex architecture in the universe, the reality we live in every single day. Most of us move through life completely on autopilot. We trip over the same fears, trigger the same emotional reactions, and repeat cycles we don't understand. Living this way makes you a squatter in your own mind, residing in a psychological house that you did not consciously build. Human consciousness operates as a precise mechanism, running on strict, unyielding laws. The 013 Phoenix system and its mechanical framework, the Order of 9 Ether, provide the actual blueprint for this structure, mapping the mind as a programmable circuit. To stop being a victim of your own reactions, you have to trade abstract mysticism for practical mechanics. This requires the specific engineering needed to build your existence on purpose. Every architectural project begins with an empty lot. At the starting point of the 013 spectrum, we find source energy, the creator of existence. This diagram represents a circle of pure, infinite potential, containing all manifest possibilities before they are ever built. That potential remains static without form. You have to pour a physical foundation to hold the weight of the house. This stage is the Earth center. As these glowing roots demonstrate, the system anchors non-physical energy directly into the material world. The physical body is the necessary vessel for experience, providing the grounding required to turn thought into tangible manifestation. You cannot build a stable second floor if your ground floor is sinking. Any attempt to reach for higher psychological growth without first mastering the physical world will eventually collapse. Foundation comes first. Once the concrete is poured, a structure still isn't functional until you install the internal plumbing and the electrical lines. The system's internal plumbing consists of the waters of memory, or the soul. This internal reservoir records every emotional impression, creating a subconscious archive of habits and beliefs that act as a mirror for your inner state. The active electrical current is the fire of will, the spirit's kinetic aspect. This forge symbol illustrates the force required to transform raw intention into movement. The spirit supplies the directional momentum, driving the build forward until intention becomes a result. Together, these systems execute a very specific mechanical chain. Consciousness directs your attention channels your energy, and that energy dictates your physical action. If you find yourself stuck in a structurally unsound reality, it is because the plumbing is leaking onto the wiring. Unresolved emotional memories are actively short-circuiting your willpower. Just as gravity dictates how a bridge holds weight, the structure of your reality is governed by the 3 laws of manifestation. As we look at this cycle, you'll see how these 3 forces lock together. The first law is attention, the seed of the entire structure. Whatever your mind repeatedly returns to determines exactly where your energetic focus is directed. The second law is emotion. This provides the motivational charge that roots an intention, giving your thoughts actual, measurable weight. The third law is conviction. Think of this as the finished, approved blueprint. Once the mind accepts a belief as an absolute truth, your biological circuit locks into that pattern, and the material world follows the design you finalized. To manage these laws, the Phoenix system relies on an internal crew of architects: analytical understanding, receptive understanding, and the objective perspective of overstanding. A solid reality only emerges when your attention, your emotion, and your conscious self stop fighting each other and begin acting as one unified chief engineer. Completing the build brings us to the state of becoming one. At this stage, the physical dimensions of your life align perfectly with your highest potential. Looking at the wheel of ether in this infographic, we see the universe functions as a responsive cybernetic feedback loop. Tracking the flow from will creates thought to will creates emotions demonstrates that reality generation is a predictable, mechanical process. This spiritual architecture aims to restructure the human organism into a prime vessel. By rebuilding your internal code, you create a biological machine capable of executing your will with supernatural precision. By auditing your daily habits and directing your willpower, you strip away the bad wiring. You stop riding along as a passenger on autopilot and take the throne as the conscious architect of your own universe.